Welcome to this licensing hearing, and the first item on the agenda for the hearing is the election of a chair. And I understand that members would like to elect Councillor Melly to chair the meeting. Is that agreed?
Agreed.
Thank you, members. I'll hand over to the chair now.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Members, officers and participants to this remote hearing, and those watching at home. The recording of this hearing will also be made available on the Council's website for you to watch. Agenda item 2 is introductions. I'm Councillor Melly, so I'm one of the people sitting on the panel for this hearing, and I'll be chairing the meeting. Councillor Hook and Councillor Looker are also sitting on this subcommittee with me today. There's also a Democratic Services Officer, Fiona Young, and two legal officers, Jenna Pengley and Victoria Wardby, who are in attendance as well. So other introductions, I'm going to call on other parties to introduce yourselves, and if you have anyone else with you, any witnesses, if you could let us know who they are as well, please. So I'll start with the licensing manager.
Good morning, I'm Leslie Cook, the licensing manager for the council.
Thank you, Leslie, and good morning. The applicant, is there somebody here representing the applicant?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Richard Arnott. I'm a partner in a law firm called Ward Hadaway, and I represent the co-op.
Great, thank you very much, and good morning. And we should have a representative with us as well.
Yeah, that's right. My name's Andrew Mortimer, and I'm also here with my colleague Pippa Hepworth this morning.
Okay, great. Thanks very much. Welcome to the hearing. So the next item on the agenda, item 3, is declarations of interest. Do members have any interests to declare? Councillor Hook.
I'm afraid I've got a conflict of interest because I do happen to know the representative because he was my agent at the election, and I also know Ms. Hepworth as well. So. Okay, so do you feel like as though you shouldn't take part in the decision today? I've been advised that I shouldn't really take part, yes. Okay, well, thank you for informing us of your conflict. That does mean, though, that we're not quorate. We won't be able to hold the hearing today. We'll need to find someone else to sit on the panel. Okay, yes, okay, so the deadline to hold the hearing is this Friday, the 22nd of October, so it would be prudent to invoke Regulation 11 to extend the deadline. It's necessary and in the public interest to do so. It would be very difficult to find a time before that deadline. We've agreed a date of the 26th of October. There's no requirement in the regulations to rearrange the hearing to a date which suits all parties, but obviously we'll do our best to do that. Jenna, is there anything else that we need to say on that?
No, it's just extending the deadline date and then the hearing date and time.
Okay, so 10 a.m. on the 26th of October, Tuesday the 26th of October.
Yeah, and overall, we discussed extending the deadline to the 29th of October, just in case.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. 26 is fine with me. I just wonder whether Steph, my witness from the co-op, can confirm that that's okay with him.
I'm really sorry. I've actually got my wife's got a doctor's appointment, which I must be in attendance with her on that particular day. Probably any other day that week, but the Monday is not great, I'm afraid.
Sorry, the 26th is a Tuesday.
Sorry, 26. I'm just checking my diary. I'm sure it's a 26th. Yeah, sorry, did I say the Monday? It is the Tuesday, the 26th. I have an appointment, I'm afraid.
I wonder, Chair, whether we have an alternative. I think the 29th was mentioned.
So the 29th is the new deadline proposed in order to hold the hearing. What we need to, under the regulations, what we need to do right now is state a date for a new hearing. It is possible on agreement with all parties to change that, I think, but what we're legally required to do now is state a date. So I wonder whether maybe we can state that as the date and then discuss if it is possible to find another date
kind of by email and phone outside of this public meeting. As I said, the regulations don't require us to find a time that suits all parties, but that is what we'd like to do ideally. But
Chair, can I just say, I mean, I think that sounds a very sensible way forward. We can always come to some accommodation. We've got to find a substitute as well. So, Chair, if I can endorse your recommendation formally and give it as a working basis on which we can start to explore opportunities. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Obviously, we want to hold the hearing as soon as possible, but the council's got a very busy calendar of public meetings and competing needs for officer time and that sort of thing. We need to make sure that we have 3 councillors who aren't conflicted, plus all the required legal advice and licensing officers and that sort of thing. So we'll find the time, the absolute soonest time we possibly can, with as many people available as possible. But the date we'll state publicly now is 10 a.m. on the 26th, and we'll discuss it further to accommodate as people as well as possible, if that's all right with the meeting. Okay, so adjourned, and we'll talk soon.